Hello, friends and beautiful people. I have a new phone, so we'll see how this works out. But I wanted to show you some of the exciting things we have happening. So do you see? We have baby quail. We're so excited. We've got more going in the incubator, and these guys are our first round. So actually, we have two incubators going. One is on loan to us from a egg customer, and we're going to see how many eggs we can get hatched before we give that one back. So if you can see here, I harvested a wheelbarrow load of, whoops, let me turn it the right way, of garlic and carrots. We harvested all of that on Monday. So that was pretty exciting. I'm gonna get some carrots canned this week during the evenings, but we got a lot and they are nice and big and we're super stoked. Not to mention, I don't know if you can see how big, let me show you how big this garlic is, but we're excited about that too. But wait, there's more. So now we're out in the rabbit barn. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Hubs was coming in we had given up on having baby rabbits, and he was coming in to take the nesting box out. And I don't know, let's see if we can make it so you can see. Yeah, the cage isn't going to let you see very well. Let me see if I back up. See? We have baby rabbits. We think we have about 6 of them. Here's Mama. This is our first, I don't know if you call it a litter, and her first. So hopefully she knows what she's doing. She's pretty sweet though. She actually we called her the grumpy rabbit when the grandkids were over this weekend, because you know how you get uncomfortable that last little bit of your pregnancy. Well, she wasn't being herself. So I was kind of hoping that she was pregnant, but Hubs didn't think so. But evidently she was. So, see the mud hole? We have gotten, I think, 5 or 6 inches of rain in the last couple of days. So it's a sloppy mess here. We came out on Monday. We had some people who were committed to come and help us, and they didn't show up. They had other commitments at the same time, I'm guessing. So, the high tunnel. I don't know if you can see the stuff that's growing in there, but it's crazy. So we got what we could get done out in the garden. And I got those carrots pulled and the garlic pulled, slapped some stuff in the ground, did a little bit of weeding, and started getting ready for fall planting. Figured we could come out and check on these pumpkins together while I'm talking to you. So what I'm getting ready to start seeds. Usually that happens, I schedule it around the 4th of July to start getting seeds started. So far this year, I hate to say this out loud, we have not had any squash vine borers. So knock on wood for that. Let's check over here with these guys and see how they're doing. We've got a little baby pumpkin happening over here. Can you see it? So I will, in the high tunnel this weekend, I will get some broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage. I'll get all those seeds started for fall planting. We've still got a few carrots in there. We didn't harvest any of those yet. And then we've got, I'm going to put the leeks in there. I didn't get very many leeks, so we're just going to put what we've got out there. But I'm not even seeing any squash bug eggs or nymphs or squash bugs. So I'm tickled. So evidently my watermelon is loving all the rain we've been getting. And I'm coming out here to see if, I know it's wishful thinking, to see if we've got any ripe tomatoes yet. Now that the weather has cooled off a little bit, I was kind of hoping. But look, Everything is just doing so well. So my birthday is later on this month, and oh goodness, look. Lots of peppers. So these are the Marconis, I believe. So I ordered, at the direction of my husband, I ordered myself a birthday gift, and I cannot wait to show you what it is because it is garden related. I do want to take you over here because these are the Macedonian peppers. Now these you don't harvest until they turn red. But Macedonian neighbor isn't doing so well this year. So we're kind of excited to be able to provide those for him. And then I'm going to have to dehydrate some basil. So here's a hint at what I ordered for myself for my birthday. As you can see, the wood split and the gates opened. So right now it's still protected pretty well from cabbage moths, but we're gonna have to keep an eye on it. These tomatoes are looking good. These peppers are looking good. These are my paprika peppers. And I did harvest some beans for us to eat on Monday. We had pheasant and beans and I forget what else. Oh, it looks like I'm just about ready to harvest some more beans here. So these are those provider beans that I love so much. And we did Saturday, I had a friend come over. I was teaching her how to can meat. And we pulled all of the beets that were out here, and then she came out while I watched them in the pressure canner. While I was finishing everything up, she came out and replanted beets. So hopefully we will have more beets. And then look at this. Isn't this delicious? My dill has gone crazy. I think it's just going to have a permanent home here. I had a friend and I felt bad, a YouTube friend. I felt bad for telling her she had swallowtail caterpillars all over her dill. And I said, just leave them. And she's like, I need it. I need the dill. So I made sure this year that I did plant extra dill because we are part of the pollinator partnership. And I wanted to make sure that if we did get the caterpillars, there would be enough for us and for them. And I know not everyone can do that. So then I felt bad. And I will show you this. It needs weeded. The garlic was over here. And then I had onions over there that I had planted. But do you see those onions? We had, the saga continues with the little divots that we had in the garden. But we had something that's digging up all of the onions. And we figured it out that it is a raccoon. And maybe some crows. But this is the craziest thing going on in our garden this year. These are birdhouse gourds. These are the ones my granddaughter started, and we are going to have the birdhouse gourds this year. Look at this. They weren't even close to being this big before all this rain, but they're super happy, and we've got lots of them. So we'll be able to sell some and do a cousins camp with them, get the grandkids painting them. But that's super exciting for me. I know not a lot of people get excited about birdhouse gourds, but I do. So here's our zucchini. It's still going to town. I threw some, oh, look at that little guy. It's just a matter of when, and then I can start roasting some zucchini for the hubs for dinner. I came out here and threw some rabbit poo on to see, before it rained, to see if I could, it was starting to turn a little yellow. Well, evidently that worked. So here's something else I did. Like I said, Monday I was just plunking stuff in the ground to get it moving because we had the rain coming in, and I just did what I could do because, again, you know, we didn't have, it was just Hubs and I. And I just we had this eggplant, and I was just going to throw it in the compost bin, honestly. And Hubs told me to just go ahead and plant it. So they're probably too close together, and that's okay. But they have really taken off. with all this rain. So we're excited about that too. So this is the medicinal garden. Now we did get our, there, let's see if you can see them. We got our goji berries, there's a good one, thrown in the ground before the rain also. I had planted in these 3 rows some sunflower seeds, and I knew the ground wasn't tilled up enough, but I just, I thought whatever comes up, but I needed to get them in the ground, and I've got like a couple, and that's it. So after this year, we will be able to get back in here and fill in where we've got grass coming up. And then the other thing I planted out here that's not really a medicinal, but it sort of is this amaranth. And it's doing really well. I want to say it's probably 3.5 feet tall. But it's all starting to get its flowers. So once that goes to seed, we will take that off and we will either use that to supplement with the animals, or we can use it ourselves. We can even make flour out of it if we so choose. And the other thing that's not medicinal that's out here are these huckleberries. And this was kind of a joke. We just planted these because we were dared, I guess is the nice way to say it. We have friends from Washington, and he said that they wouldn't grow here and they wouldn't taste good. But as you can see, well, my shadow wasn't in the way. We've already got berries. So this particular kind of huckleberry, I believe we have to let a frost hit it before we harvest, but I'll double check it. But those huckleberries, and then I've got the chamomile down there, and we've got some of the echinacea in here, we've got calendula in here, we're going to move the St. John's wort out here, and we're going to move some of the other stuff out here, and then that one poor pitiful squash plant that's there. So I'm excited. Can you hear all these birds? So what are you starting for fall? What plants are you starting? We are doing a lot of, we'll start more like mustard and a lot of our greens and more lettuces. We've got all those that we let go to seed in the high tunnel that we'll be able to plant. And then, like I said, the broccoli, the cauliflower, the cabbage, and broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and something else. And then I think we're actually going to have heads of kohlrabi this year. So that's exciting. And then we're going to have to try to do something about this raccoon. He's at a point now where he's chasing the cats out of the barn, and he's trying to eat their food at night, and we put it up. So then he started cleaning out all of our bluebird boxes, bless his heart, and he's throwing all of the bird nests and the baby birds or whatever. I don't know if he's eating them or if they were already gone, and then he tore our bat box off of a tree this week. So he's an adult male, and he is pretty hungry. So we're going to deal with him. He can scale this fence. He's one of the few animals that can. And we'll check him out and see if we can catch him with some marshmallows. We had, just as a side note, our Sundays, everyone knows that that's our day of rest and that we don't work. So we usually have company on Sundays, and this Sunday was no different. We had our daughter, her husband, their kids, and her in-laws over because he had wanted to come and see our garden. And he is terminal. He has some rare condition with his lungs. And so Hubs went up to babysit for them yesterday for what I thought was taking him to see a specialist, and it was actually to take her. And they found out that she has a metastatic brain tumor. So it looks like they're both terminal, which is just, it's really hard, obviously for the family. But if you are someone who prays, we would ask that you keep our family and especially their family in prayer. We're going to do what we can to help, and you know, we've got to be there for when they tell the grandkids. So please keep them in your prayers. So I will leave you with this. My coffee with Jesus time is about over. No ripe tomatoes yet, but we'll be patient. Until next time, be blessed and be a blessing.